Be presenting and showing you how to create content on Flash MX for Pocket PC. Welcome, Mike. Thanks.
Thanks. So my name is Mike Chambers over from Macromedia. I'm the Flash Community Manager. I do a lot of work with, of course, Flash, client server stuff with Flash, and also Flash on devices. And as I mentioned, I'm also co-author of Flash Enabled, which is a book Flash for development for devices, which just came out, and a couple of other co-authors here. So this is a site created by Fluid, and it's just a simple example application that shows how to, the idea is you come in for manufacturing, you want to buy an engine. So this just gives you a way to visually get feedback right away on your engine, so you can see what your engine looks like. I guess if it's cool enough, you can buy it. But then also notice you're getting immediate feedback over here on the price, and you're getting visual feedback. These are things that all Flash are responsible. The other thing that's kind of cool, this is a little off topic though. Okay. The Flash layer has support for Unicode, so if you externalize all your data and external files in Unicode, you can easily move your applications between different languages. So here we have it, click the button, it just loads in the same data but in Korean, and now I have a Korean site. But one of the advantages of the Flash is that there's so many players and so many devices and platforms, is that you can, this is built in Flash MX, but we can now take the assets from this and take and put it on the device. And so I told the guy I don't need this for 15 minutes. Does anyone know how to turn this on? Okay, cool. So here we have the Pocket PC version of the same app. It's going to take just a second. So it's actually loading the data, and the data in this case is on the same file. And so you notice it's a different interface because we're on a different screen size now, and it's also a different user interface. We're using our fingers or a stylus versus the mouse. And so you see you kind of have these tab views or like pages. And then we can actually view it. So you can see we're actually taking the same assets and the same functionality, just a different interface now. What we didn't do was just take the site on the website and just scale it down. Because what you end up 99% of the time, usability nightmare. The navigation won't work. You can't read all the text. So I just want to show that really quickly. We can go back over here now. To create an application for really any type of interactive content for devices, it was a pretty high learning curve. You usually have to know some more advanced languages such as C++ or C, and it's just really difficult to work with, especially if you don't have that background. Well, Flash, compared to these programming languages, is actually really simple. It's visual, so you can create your interface in an intuitive manner. But also, the scripting language is based on ECMA script, which JavaScript is similar to. So if you're familiar with JavaScript, you're already 50% of the way to start developing with Flash MX. Again, it has a relatively low learning curve. It's really cool doing this type of development for Pocket PCs because you know your hardware, you know it's around 206 megahertz, and you know the platform. So on a Pocket PC, it's going to run in Pocket IE, so you have access to the JavaScript, JScript within Pocket IE. It's really, really nice, especially compared to deploying Flash content for the web, which once you try to move outside of Flash, you can have cross-browser compatibility. So, doing this type of work on Pocket PCs And it's kind of a joy because you don't have to worry about these problems, and you can spend more time really leveraging the platform. We also have in Flash MX, makes this really simple. One of the new features in Flash MX are pre-built templates. And then you see here, and just go to File, New from Template, and for mobile devices. And then we have a couple of Nokia templates, but we also have PocketPC 2002. Because what this does is it creates a file for me. It actually gives me some instructions, which we don't need right now. But then this creates the file, a template, the right file size to deploy on PocketPC. It really makes it simple to just start going in, probably make an app with a circle. Got a little bit more easy. So there, I just created my first PocketPC. But no, it's really, it makes it really simple to just jump in and start developing. And again, I can't stress this enough. You can author your content once, you can use all these assets, and you can deploy it pretty much anywhere the Flash files that are available. And there aren't, increasingly, there aren't that many places where there isn't a Flash player available. So, again, you can create it for the web and deploy it on the PocketPC, deploy it for television, smartphone, and what have you. So what can you do with it? Okay, so I kind of went through that pretty quickly. And I really wanted to show a lot of the content that we have and give people ideas of the type of stuff you can do. And then as we're going through, I'll just point out some things as far as authoring. Are there any questions at this point? Cool. So am I going too fast? Okay. Because I really want to, we have about 15 minutes till lunch, so I really want to show a lot of applications. So if we switch over to here. So actually, the first thing I'll show is Bill Perry, who's actually here, built the conference guide for this conference in Flash. And this is actually a really nice application. It uses, what app does this use to do the full thing? Flash Assist Pro. And that's what, this lets it basically run the standalone app. And load up in just a second. And so here we have all the content information. I can go down and say exhibitors. And then I can, so here's the exhibit hall. And now I can see who's in each area. I see those in what my stuff right here. Okay. And then go back. And this is actually surprisingly simple to create. Here, we go through the presentations. So how long did it take you to put this together? 3 or 4 days. Okay, so that's 3 or 4 days. And I mean, there's tons of content. I've been playing around with this often, and I still keep finding new stuff. Like, I think this type, it probably took 3 or 4 days just to type the content in. Let's see. So again, that gives you, this is a really nice app. Especially for these types of conferences, it's really useful. Like, people don't want to carry around, well, I personally go to these conferences, I don't want to carry around, a bunch of brochures and stuff, and now, like, I'm carrying my PocketPC around to this PocketPC conference, and so now I can, have all this information. It's really easy to author, and it's actually, my guess is, overall, probably a lot cheaper to do this than to print out a bunch of brochures and information like that. I showed the South Park, but it's not working for some reason. I have a chance to fix it. This is Radical.
I am the radical. I will kill you one by one. I am the radical. Honey, I will kill you just for fun. I took the west and I took the street, 'cause I got me lots of really sharp teeth. I am the radical.
Okay, so that's Radical. He's just pretty cool. So This is stuff people are probably familiar with Flash. It's entertainment, and especially animation. So let's look at
E-learning. E-learning.
e-learning. Okay, we'll look at some e-learning. Actually, I'll show this one. I like this. So this is something done by actually Robert Hall, who's here somewhere, way back there. And this is something really nice. It's basically teach yourself sign language or the alphabet. Okay, just basically move through. I'd imagine, like, how long does this take you to build? Yeah, I mean, this is, I mean, literally, the thing that probably takes the most time is just getting graphics in Flash. Just actually fairly useful. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
And we're finding this is stuff like actually a lot of people in training and e-learning are getting really excited about.
Hello, and welcome to Global eMedicine's learning module on cardiac tamponade. In order for us to understand the pathophysiology of cardiac tamponade, let's briefly review the normal anatomy and physiology of the cardiovascular system. The heart lies within the pericardium, a thin fibrous sac which completely surrounds the heart and roots of the great vessels, including the aorta, vena cava, and the pulmonary artery. The pericardium limits heart movements, prevents overextension of the heart during diastole, and anchors the heart in place within the chest cavity. The pericardial space is the thin area between the pericardium.
So we just looked at a couple things. We'll look at animation, and we'll look at some more e-learning stuff. But you really, I think you really start to get the idea of how using Flash on PC platform, how you can really take advantage of that platform by creating entertainment content, or especially e-learning content. We're finding it's becoming really popular. You can basically take these little modules with you and study whenever you have the time, and quickly alter them. This is something Cisco actually uses.
Welcome to Cisco Product Solutions Essentials, wireless products. This module covers Cisco WLAN components.
Wireless LAN technology allows for network connection that's flexible in terms of both location and number of users. A WLAN can include PCs, laptop computers, and any other device that's normally found on a typical wired network. The Cisco AeroNet product family is available in a variety of form factors to fit almost any application and provides a complete solution to customers who require the mobility and flexibility. Cisco AeroNet WLAN products can plug into a wired network and function as an overlay to traditional or wired LAN, or can...
The Cisco AeroNet Workgroup Bridge product connects to the Ethernet port of the device that does not have a PCI or PCNCIA slot available. Used alone, it provides a single MAC address connection into an AP and onto the LAN backbone.
This is a simple application, actually built by Christian Cantrell, who's actually one of the authors on Flash Enable. And do you see that? Yeah. It's a lot more vibrant than that. But this is a simple application called FlashStone. And basically what it does is it will allow you to add phone numbers, and then if you're stuck somewhere and you don't want to look in the contact manager on here, it'll actually dial the phone number for you by playing back the tones so that they can dial. So you dial that in, and I go to the phone, and they actually frame number. And then it'll play back. What's actually doing here, so it's using Flash to create the interface, it's using Flash to play back the sounds in the correct sequence. It's using a lot of ActionScript, again, similar to JavaScript, for the logic going on behind when you press the dial button and press the clear button. But it's also using JScript. So Flash is talking to the browser, and it's doing this to persist the data. So if I close this, and then open it back up, and then go to load. Just take my word, it's right there. You can't see it in here. But you notice it saved the data, and basically it's persisting data. Flash 5 player can't do this by itself. It can actually do it in Flash 6. But this is an example of, you know the platform you're developing on, or you're deploying on, you know it's Pocket IE, and you know it's JScript, and so you can do some more advanced things. So what's happening here, Flash player just tells JavaScript to save this data as a cookie. When it loads up, it gets that data back. But now you can start seeing using Flash creating some fairly robust applications for the Pocket PC. And you have a Rapid application environment and persist data using JavaScript and cookies.